We are back in the building. Mavs-Spurs weekly. Tonight we're going to recap the game between San Antonio Spurs and the Memphis Grizzlies. And hey, we did a recap last night with Dallas. Dallas got the win. We do a recap tonight, the Spurs, and the Spurs got the W as well. Salute to the Spurs. That's my squad. I'm your host, your co-host, Bossman Blake. That is my dog.
Jay, all the way.
All the way.
Yeah.
And the Spurs pulled out a 126-119 win over the Memphis Grizzlies. The Ja Morant-less and the Memphis Grizzlies. Of course, we're still without our alien and his sidekick. Castle and Wemby is still out, but we still find a way to get the win, people. That's what it's about. Next man up. You understand me?
Yeah. Yeah. They doing good at that.
You watched the game. I mean, from what you've seen. Tell me what you've seen and what impressed you or what you feel like we can work on. Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, I think when I was watching, I was almost watching through the eyes of that next man up mentality you was talking about, where this is where the Spurs are figuring out when Wemby leaves the game, what it's gonna look like how the motion gonna flow. That 2, 3, and 4 option, in which you hit the nail on the head on a past video. You said Fox, Barnes, Vassell. And I think that's what we seen tonight, man. Seeing Fox for 29, Barnes 31, and that's what it is. That's a dope 2, 3, and 4 to me.
I never would have thought the elder of the squad would be putting up 31 points tonight. And we talked about what we seen from the older generation when they start to feel father time. They start to be able to shoot more. I think they work on their jump shot a lot more, and I think we seeing that from Barnes. Of course, like you said, he did put up 31 points. He hit seven trays, man.
Yeah,
and
7 and 12.
whenever you can get behind that 3-point line and shoot, because of course they will allow you to shoot from there before they let you get in that hole. But eventually they're going to have to respect that shot, bro. And I don't think they have respected it yet. And Grizzlies found that out the hard way tonight.
They're gonna learn. They're gonna learn when it come to him. Like when I talk about Max Christie, there's been some, that scouting report gets a little deeper through the season, and you figure some things out, and if you see Christie in that thing, you can't just leave that man just sitting there. So I think they're gonna learn the same thing with Harrison Barnes, but these offenses are crafty. They will make a way when there is a way, and him going out there and knocking 31 down, man. That goes to show that, I think.
Now, this is the third time we spoke on Fox and what he's going to bring to this Spurs team. Of course, he set out the beginning of the season due to his injury. And I think the last game he played, he had 10 assists. And I know you stated you felt like that wasn't going to be something consistent, which he done had multiple games. I want to say maybe 2, maybe 3, where he had at least double-digit assists. Tonight, he did not. So it seems like some games he either is forced to be a facilitator or, he just decide I'm going to get buckets because who they got in front of me can't guard me. You feel me?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. And really, as far as assists, that shit, I think the highest assist leader for the Spurs tonight was Dylan Harper with 6. Uh, so there was a lot of one on one tonight. ISO, a lot of guys down slashing, getting their own bucket. If you can get your own bucket, get your own bucket. So hey, however
Yeah,
it come.
absolutely. And I think that's what it is. I think you take what the defense give you, and I think any great team,
Oh,
good team, great coach.
oh, oh,
Uh-oh,
I don't
what's
like
up?
that term. I don't like that term. I heard Coop, I might be nitpicking. That term "take with the defense." I heard, and the reason why I'm saying is because Coop said that the other night. I'm gonna take what the defense get. I'm like, nah, you take that shit. Whatever they
Mm,
giving you, take that motherfucker. Don't take what they give you. It may be a semantic debate, but yeah, I don't know.
it
I
is.
hate.
And
My bad for cutting you off.
no,
Yeah.
no, you good because I can debate you on that 100% and feel comfortable because you are a great
Mm-hmm.
debater. I will give you that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if you are the 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 the, the head man that night, you are who we're depending on, and they are double teaming you. You ain't finna
Yeah,
take nothing from a double team, bro. Because I
that's
mean,
true.
if you can get through a double team, then you might be the next coming of MJ. And I'm just throwing that in there. But
Oh, okay. Okay.
I just feel like when I say take what the defense give you, if they're not going to double team you and they're going to leave you one on one with this guy in front of you that you know that you can beat to the
Yeah.
hole, oh, I'm going to
Yeah.
use you all night. But if you're going to
Yeah.
double team me, what I'm going to do is get the ball to the open man. So that's what I mean when I say take what they give
Okay, and I respect that. And now, when Coop said that, I almost think he feel a little disrespected that he not seeing no doubles. Maybe that may be it.
you.
But
You got to make them double team you, man, because I don't think they respect you, buddy.
yeah, yeah. But you know, Vassell tonight he was cool. 12 points. If you talking about second, third, and fourth option, which he would be the fourth option when Wemby comes back. He was 4 for 11, 2 for 4 for 3 point. Fox, he was Fox. It's one of them things. He was Fox. He played 31, and oftentimes I be wondering why they pull Fox, aka Omar Epps. That nigga look like Omar Epps to me. I'm sorry, but so I be like, man, why y'all pull Fox out, man? You got Champagne with 35 minutes, De'Aaron Fox, and I kind of I get it though. That's your star, so I get it. Uh, I think when they pulled him out at one point, I was just like, why is he not playing right now? Like, but you
Yeah,
got to preserve. Yeah,
you got to preserve them. You got to. Now, with
yeah.
what you saw from Fox tonight, because I know you asked me last night this question. I don't know where it came from, but I'm going to ask you the same goddamn question tonight.
Yeah.
From what you've seen from Fox, who is the better player? And this is a comparison. This has nothing to do with the game tonight, but I want you to answer the same question you asked me. Who's better, Fox or Mitchell?
I think if Fox put some more muscle on, he could have the potential. And the shooting, you know, and this is not just to X out the 3 point percentage and 3 point because Donovan Mitchell has the most made threes in the NBA right now. So that's kind of what you're dealing with him. Uh, that's a stat. Percentage wise, I don't know, but he get them things up, and he has made the most in the whole NBA as of right now. But just when it comes to the slashing, I think I would take Mitchell just because that's a strong motherfucker, man. I think if Mitchell put on some more, that motherfucker look like he could bench 200. I don't know, but um, so he just got a little more body on him. Like he just looks stronger in that paint down there. That's all I'll say. I think.
I ain't mad at that. Let's go. Let's get into the rookie, Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
We talk about Cooper and what he's done this year and lack thereof. Um, we get into Dylan Harper. Of course, we know
Yeah.
he's just working his way back because he was injured as well, calf injury. God
Mm-hmm.
damn it. Um,
Everybody.
what 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 did you see in him uh, that you like, and what do you feel like you need to work on?
I mean, I seen some things that I did like tonight. I really he was kind of like not really. I don't know. He did like he had 6 assists, 5 of 10, ended up with 15 points. Um, as far as just him being that guy, uh, he knows his role is what I'll say.
Right,
Uh,
absolutely.
he didn't play like you said. He's coming off the bench at times. A lot of times he had 20 minutes tonight. So it's only so much you can do, and like as you said, as Coop said, you gotta take what you can get, and he takes what he can get, and I feel like he is productive offensively. He is a great guy coming off that bench.
He is. He is most definitely, and it's one thing about being an NBA player is doing your role as the
Yeah,
player in the rotation, whether it's a start rotation or coming off the bench. And of course, I think the Spurs have done a great job over the last few seasons, all seasons, in picking up players in the drafts that's been helping their teams, i.e., Castle, i.e., Wemby, and then this year they're picking up Dylan Harper, which Harper, he's another guard that can play the same position that Fox and Castle can play. So of course,
right.
when you got a healthy Fox and you got a healthy Castle, then you expect for Harper to come off the bench. And what I've seen from him coming off the bench, I think he accepted the role with no problem, even being the second round draft pick. And he
Yeah.
has contributed to the team's success in his role. So I don't think he's making a big deal about coming off the bench. He's doing what he know to do to help his team win. And that's the most important part that these players need to understand. It's about getting these championships, man. So do your role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all the way. And as I spoke about the Mavs in the past, I do think when it comes, they got a lot of guys on the Spurs. They're right in that 6'6", 6'7" range. I'm just looking now. Champagne, 6'7". You got Harper 6'5", Vassell 6'5", Castle 6'6". Like these guys, De'Aaron Fox, he's a little shorter, but coming in at 6'3", but them 6'6" to 6'8" positions, those guys are very flexible on defense, and it makes it makes it positionless almost, where you're in your position because of what you can do, not by your height, basically.
Right.
So it makes it a very versatile lineups that you can have when you got guys like that.
Yeah.
Um,
And when you have a lot of like the Spurs, I would consider it small ball, because, you know,
yeah,
Harrison Barnes, he's 6'8", 6'9", something like that. He's
yeah,
not your typical power forward, which is 6'10", maybe 6'11", and maybe I'm stretching it because I'm used to my era when you had people like
yeah,
Horace Grant who was 6'10". You had people like Robert Orr who
yeah,
was 6'10", Sean Kemp 6'10". So you don't have that often today, and I don't know if a lot of teams are actually switching to small ball. But I think what the Spurs are doing right now is working for them with what they have on their roster. We got Kelly Olynyk coming off the bench, who I think he's 6'10", and then you got Cornette, who start now because of Wemby's absence, who
yeah.
I think he even 7 foot yet. But I think
7'1" is
you play
said.
with what you have. He said you say he's 7'1". He might be shit.
Yeah,
It might
yeah,
be.
he is. I'm looking at it now.
And so of course Me personally, I don't like small ball. Um,
Mm,
but
mm.
you have to play with what you have on the roster. And
Right.
if you run up against a team who is playing small ball, you're gonna have to match their lineup versus yours. So um, that's
I
just how I
think
see it.
I think that's a whole small ball thing. Uh, you seen Mike D'Antoni Phoenix when they had Amari and Steve Nash. You seen Don Nelson play it with the Nash as well. Uh, it's one of them things where I think if you playing that small ball, you got to run and gun. It got to be a push every time. Even if they make a point, you push. You're not just lightly passing the
Right.
ball to the point guard to dribble it up. Like you got to use that speed to the advantage. 'Cause them boys is
Absolutely.
fast, man. So it's just I think it's how you use it, and using it correctly type of thing.
I agree.
Um,
You hit it on the head. I cannot argue with you. Yeah, even after a made basket, you
even
better get
after,
that
yeah,
on court. Don't let them
yeah,
set up because
yeah,
when you're using a small ball lineup, um, your offense is not as strong as you want it to be going against somebody who has taller defenders. So you want to get the
Houston,
ball down the court quicker.
yeah, Houston. Whole lineup 6'10" and shit. Like, yeah, get down that motherfucking court. Even if they make that bit, push, 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 and
But
uh,
yeah, we'll see how long that's
like
going
that.
to work for these small lineups. But go ahead.
Yeah. Spurs. I was just gonna say Spurs. 6-2 without Wemby from November 14th. So from their next game after that was November 16th. Then they're 6-2 to now after beating the Grizzlies without Wemby. Um, what is that? What does that say, man? I mean, you played some teams, some good teams. You beat Denver. I think it says a lot.
It definitely says a whole lot because when we talk about what a team can potentially do, one thing we always bring up is if they can stay healthy. And early on, of course, we had to see this without Castle, without Wemby. And I think everybody wants to know what we're going to do without Wemby.
Right.
Unfortunately, we had to do this without Castle at the same time. But to see what they're doing right now, early on in the season,
Mm-hmm.
without Wemby, is very refreshing, and it's motivating because if you guys can keep a winning record without him, that's
Yeah.
huge, man. That's
Huge.
huge because we know what Wemby does when he get in the game. He changes everything. So if you can sit here and go 6-2, you play 8 games and you won 6 of them without Wemby. Hey, things are looking very bright for the Spurs' future, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And Phoenix,
That team,
Minnesota, that was their two losses. Phoenix and Minnesota with the Wemby playing, they would be 8-0. I feel like if Wemby was playing. I ain't gonna lie. Uh so
yeah. And then we actually lost to Phoenix with Wemby, so I really expected
uh
to lose without him.
yeah. Damn. Um yeah, far as Wemby, let me read the little injury report. December 1st, the injury report on Wemby was. It says Wemby Young calf tightness remains without an official timetable to return, and according to Jeff McDonald of the San Antonio Express News, it's unlikely that Wemby will return or will play during the NBA Cup on December 10th versus the Lakers. So they
It's
got to
just
figure
talking
it
about
out.
that game, right? Just that game or the whole cup?
Yeah, it says the NBA Cup, and I added on from what that McDonald reported. He just his sentence stopped at the NBA Cup. I added on December 10th versus the Lakers. But I don't know as far that's the quarterfinal, Spurs versus Lakers. December 10th is the next NBA Cup game, and I just added that because I didn't know what Cup game would come after that, so I just added that date. But I don't know if they're saying it's unlikely through the whole Cup or if it's just through this game. I assume through this game, and I hope through this game.
No,
But
it's actually, the fact that you added that on, I believe is for the entire cup.
mm,
Unfortunately, because you know, I want to say it's what, one, two, maybe three games. You win the
mm,
quarterfinals, and then the winner out of that plays the winner out of OKC, and I want to say Phoenix, and then the winner out of that game play the top seed or the winner from the East. That's one, two, three games. So I don't think he's gonna make it there. And I'm not saying it's not important for him to be there, but it's nothing like winning the NBA championship. So I
yeah,
don't think they're gonna take a chance to put him in the game.
they shouldn't, especially with us talking about what that calf do to that Achilles. Just imagine throwing him out there, trying to, taking the Staples Center, or is it in? I wonder where it's played at. Let me see.
Talk about it.
Quarterfinal. It's playing at Lakers at Crypto Arena. Um, taking Wemby. Imagine taking Wemby to Crypto Arena, and trying to get him out there, and something happened. Man, that would be so detrimental before even the February All Star break. So
It's not that important, even though I know they created the cup to make the players play. But when
right,
it comes to protecting your assets on your
mm-hmm.
team, what's the final goal? NBA championship. So
Yeah,
salute to
this
the
is
Spurs,
your
man.
this is your investment. But
Yeah.
this was a great game. As I put up here, look crazy probably, but 23 lead changes, and I took this screenshot before the game was even over. So it might have been a few more than that. 16 ties, 23 lead changes. Great game played by both teams. Spurs came out on top. Hey, that's what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yeah, we're gonna see how this cup go. I'm not putting too much stock into it. If we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. Like I said earlier, we just want that big ring, man, at the end of the season. That's the one we want in the discussion,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. You got bigger fish to fry out here. This has been another edition, Mavs-Spurs Weekly, and we will tap back in with y'all. Yeah, man. We about this thing.
Yeah,